Hello everybody, my name is CpLoSiV. I'm bringing you guys View Replay Cast number 26. And yeah, getting closer and closer to number 50. And I'm pretty excited about that, but I mean, outside of that, there's nothing really special going on right at this current point in time. We're just waiting for this game to load on up. Let me go and switch on my overlay. Ooh, I know what I can do. I can show off once again my super awesome new trick that I learned. Free camera. There we go. Super awesome trick that I learned, and boom, look at that, full screen, so you guys can see everything that's going on. But I can't keep this on for long because, well, I mean, I just can't keep it on for long because you basically can't see stats and stuff. You can't see health bars. You can't see names. So if you can see the health bars, I probably would keep this on a little bit longer, especially during team fights where I could just call out things that are going on. But we had to stick with this old boring UI. It's not really all that bad. But anyway. Oh, it's not really all that bad, but it's not as cool as the one that was before, which is the full screen. Full screen's awesome. Look at that. Anywho. So we're just waiting for everybody to load on up. Oh, yeah, this is a viewer replay cast. As always, implied the viewer replay cast. I am not going to tell you guys who sent it in because the general assumption is the person who sent it in is probably on the team that won, and that will be spoilers for you guys, and that will not be fun. So to bar all the spoilers, I'll tell you guys who sent the match in at the very last moment of the game, after the game ends, and then you guys say, oh, that person sent it in, cool. I of course know who sent it in. I of course know how long the game ends, so I know a little bit more than you guys do, so haha, take that. But I will promise to not taunt you guys too much with that because I usually typically am very bad, kind of, sort of, at trying to throw more qualifying words in there. Kind of, sort of, almost, maybe, halfway, partly, sort of, might be kind of bad at remembering things. So yeah, even though I do know how long the game lasts, I usually forget and say, oh man, oh, there's a game ending. Whoa, where'd they come from? So it's kind of like I have a short-term memory span. Hey, go figure. I think I have one of those. I think I had one of those when I was little. I think I still do have one of those. And yeah, enough of that. We got the whole entire team on the rating side picked up, so let me go ahead and do introductions and stop tell you guys about my past childhood and all my mysteries and stuff. So starting off with this Morphling, we see Willian on that Morphling. Moving over to the Riki, who has an awesome outfit. This is the oh sorry, just awesome mask of the Talon Watch on that Riki. We see, oh geez, is not a hero. I see what you did there. That's pretty cool. It's pretty clever on that Riki. Moving over to this Medusa, we see Sandcrawler on that Medusa. On this Ancient Apparition, we see the ownage on him. And last but not least, for the rating side, that is, we see XpLoSiV-AI on that Omniknight. Moving over to the dire side, we see Hadix on that OD. We see Bat Dog, not Batman, but Bat Dog on that Lifestealer. Moving over to his mid lane, we see Kiminari on that Rubick. And on this Huskar, we see Bord'a on him. And last but not least, for all the roundup, for all the hero callouts, we see Swagrid on that Shadow Fiend. Not Ingrid, but a little bit more swag. So Swagrid on that Shadow Fiend.
The battle begins.
So that's pretty cool. That's pretty much ends the call out. So as far as things I saw, I think I saw Boots first on somebody. I saw Boots first on Omniknight, which I think I'm always against Boots first. So guys, please do not go for Boots first. Please do not go for Boots first. Please do not go for Boots first. They make you a smidgen faster. That's really it. If you get slowed by somebody like a Lifestealer who has open wounds, if you get Astral Imprisonmented, that movement speed is not going to help you out at all. So definitely go for something more useful like regen in your lane. Yes, Omniknight does have one set of tangos, but Omniknight probably wants to have at least 2 clarities, 1 tango, and then some other things, various things. By the time he gets those things, you probably won't have enough for Boots. So don't go for Boots first. It's more efficient things to go for. And we got Lifestealer taking a lot of auto attacks from the Ancient Apparition. He's just wailing on him, but Lifestealer's like, hey, I got Feast, but Feast is not enough, especially when the creep starts losing more HP, because that Feast is based off of the current HP that the unit has. So it's one thing to consider. Meanwhile, down, where is he? Morphling. Morphling taking a lot of damage mid. He did take a lot of damage from his Rubick. Rubick did not use a single spell on top of him, looks like. Or maybe he did and he popped himself a clarity potion. I'm not too sure. He does have a early Sage Master. And up top we got Negation having up. Bottom we got Lifestealer going down. Omniknight able to survive. Omniknight will finally be going on to the OD. The OD might be losing his life to his Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition just one more attack is all he needs. Double kill for AA. And AA might be going out to his creep wave. No, he will not be going out to his creep wave. But a lot of aggression happening on his top lane. Actually, it's kind of funny. To be honest, I think Ancient Apparition might be a little bit better off hanging out with the Riki. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, mainly because, I mean, Riki and Medusa are doing fine down bottom as far as I can tell. Let me go and bring the last into the nines. We got a bottom lane Shadow Fiend, which is one thing you don't see often. Typically when you see Shadow Fiend play, you see him play mid. But with this one, we got a bottom lane Shadow Fiend, so heck yeah, I'm all for new stuff because we got the mid Rubick. Rubick is going to just go old school and destroy everybody that he possibly can. Shadow Fiend is going to throw as many razors as possible. One drawback to playing a Shadow Fiend in lane is that you probably won't get as many souls as you would if you were in mid lane because you don't really necessarily have all that free farm. He's throwing out mini raises on top of everybody. He's pushing his lane, yes, but he also has a Ring of Facilities on, so that's two things that are pushing the lane. But he's doing a lot of damage. He has, how many souls does he have? He has 1 point Necromancer. He only has 5 souls, so 5 last hits to his name. No denies. He's trying to go for the last hit. There we go. Another soul for him. And yeah, he's going to go ahead and back up. He's taking a lot of auto attack damage from Medusa. And finally that group is going down. Riki's just here chilling. Has himself Blink Strike and has 1 point at backstab, so backstab's helping him out his farm. He does have 1 point in glove, or he did buy a glove pace first. To be honest, wait, hold on. We got Gaze having on top. Who's is going down? We got Ancient Apparition has open wounds on top of him. Lifestealer's doing massive amounts of damage to him. A few more hits and he'll be going down. OD needs to attack. Omniknight has 1 point at Dungeon, so he's saving his teammate's life. And that Vortex also helping out. Meanwhile, we see Riki go down bottom, probably to a raise from Shadow Fiend. Not too sure who. No, Huskar got the last auto attack on top of him. And yeah, like I was saying, I mean, I did have an early point in that Dungeon, so Dungeon pretty darn annoying. It slows people down, and Ancient Apparition able to throw out the Ice Vortex to slow down people. That's the level 2 Ice Vortex, so it's a 22% slow, plus Omniknight's 7% slow, so that's 29% slow that they had. It was just enough to keep them alive. So Ancient Apparition able to survive that whole entire thing. But meanwhile, we did see Riki go down bottom. Pretty sure it'd be interesting to watch him go down, but he's good. But yes, Glove Haste first. Oh my gosh, and the Radiant do not have a courier. That's a huge mistake. Actually, neither side has a courier. That's not good at all. Both these guys need a courier. Guys, if nobody's buying the courier, buy the courier yourself, even if you're the carry. Because at the end of the day, the courier is for everybody. The courier makes sure that the people who are mid are able to get their items. The courier makes sure that whenever you buy something that you can't get from the side shop, you can have it bought out to you whenever you're on the side lanes. So the courier is used by everybody, even though you probably don't want to waste your gold with air quotes, or waste that 150 gold on that. You can, instead of buying that Gauntlet of Strength, buy yourself a courier because they cost the same exact amount. Courier is so much more useful earlier on, and later on, and at the end of the game, because he can bring you your items if you buy. So yeah, so one thing to consider, we see OD taking quite a bit. What crap was OD? OD's top, I'm confused. I keep getting confused, guys. OD was top, OD did go down to the Ancient Apparition. And, did he? Yeah, he went down to Ancient Apparition for 227 gold. Omniknight over here is just chilling. He has no mana for his heal. He's under the effects of, his intelligence did get stolen, so he has no mana for anything anyway. And, well, we got Huskar going toe-to-toe with Riki. Riki going down to that. I think if Riki would have dropped the Cloud, he might have been able to get the kill, but he doesn't have the point in Cloud at all. A slight mistake, to be honest. Maxing your Cloud.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm not too sure. Does Riki max his Cloud? I probably will find that out soon. We got Rubick throwing touches to top Medusa, tossing her back, and Rubick's trying to go for the kills. Medusa's going to go toe-to-toe with Rubick, but she will be losing this fight because she's out of mana. She's going to go eat as many trees as she possibly can, and she ate 2 trees. That's not going to give her double regen. She'll be going down. 2 trees does not give you double regen, guys. 1 tree and 1 tree only. It only refreshes the stuff. We got Lifestealer going down to the Omniknight. Auto attack. We got Arcane Orb. A banishment thrown on top of Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition will be able to make it alive. He can't pop that positive urn charge to stop himself and make sure he survives in the auto attack. But I don't think he'll be popping it soon. OD is trying to go for that last hit. Will he be getting? I don't know. Let's see him. Big screen. OD's still chasing. OD, you're going the wrong way. Go home, OD. You're drunk. And Ancient Apparition able to make it out alive.
Is under attack.
Sad day. All he needed was 1 more auto attack is all he needed. Ancient Apparition able to survive. He pops up positive urn charge. He is fine where he is. We want to see Rubick. Rubick, what shenanigans are you up to? Are you going to go on top of Morphling? Morphling did morph a lot of his stuff to agility so he can go for auto attacks. So he do a little bit better with last hitting, and also so he can bait out some damage on top of him. We got Riki running away from Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend able to get out. XD Riki thrown out by the Huskar saying, haha, that was funny. Power Trade's already up on Shadow Fiend, but he did rush for things, to be honest. And Shadow Fiend with some bad manners. Okay, bad mannerism. Alright. Moving on to Huskar. Huskar is building himself an Earner Shadows by the looks of it. Not good to have two actually no, never mind. Apparition has Earner Shadows and Huskar has Earner Shadows, so that's good. I was about to say, if you're on a team, you don't want to build two Earner Shadows because two Earner Shadows don't really work out. I'll explain a little bit later. We got OD getting chased by this Omniknight. OD saves Omniknight's life. Omniknight would have just died if he would just continue to get attacked by a tower, but OD did save his life, and he might be, actually no, Omniknight's getting chased by a big creep wave. Will he be going down is a big question. A lot of people low, I'm not too sure who to focus on. Medusa's trying to run away. Shadow Fiend really low as well. Apparition low, Omniknight low. These guys are running. Ice Ball from Apparition will begin throwing out around the backside. Not too sure what he's planning on hitting with that, but I don't think he'd be hitting anything. There's a Lifestealer throwing out the open wounds on top of him. Apparition able to hit Lifestealer with that, but I don't think it'd be doing enough damage. Apparition instantly buys back. And yeah, I'm really not too sure where to focus. Because, like I said, everybody's low on the map. Omniknight healed himself. And he also has some arcane boots, so cool for him. He did rush those arcane boots. If you're rushing for arcane boots, still build other items in between that because having straight up boots is not good. As far as survivability goes, we got a killing spree for Huskar, so we had the Medusa go down bottom. Not too sure what's going on down there, but I will say this. I will say Glove of Haste first is definitely hindering Riki because all Riki can do is attack a little bit faster. And yeah, sure, he has backstab, he can do a little bit more damage, but he doesn't have any damage to actually do. Backstab scales off of his agility, so it'll be significantly more efficient for him to go for a Band of Elven Skin first before he goes for a Glove of Haste. But to be honest, I would much prefer to see Riki with Boots of Speed before I see Glove of Haste on top of him. Even though I say Boots of Speed, don't go for Boots of Speed first, don't go for Boots first, don't go for Boots first. Seeing a Boots of Speed first on Riki will make a little bit more sense to me than seeing a Glove of Haste first. Actually, no, seeing a Glove of Haste first makes a little bit more sense theoretically, but mechanically seeing boots first would make a little bit more sense because he is melee. He wants to get close as possible to you so he can punch you. We see Lifestealer in jungle, Apparition, and I'm around here. Rage is popped by the Lifestealer. Lifestealer's going to steal all the HP from Apparition. Apparition gets banished by the OD so he can stay alive. OD say, no bro, I don't want you to die. Not Lifestealer will be losing his life. Omniknight might be losing his life as well. Omniknight can't pop his arcane boots to pop that heal, but he's not going to go for it. OD gets a life on top of him, and there's a cold feet proc from Apparition. Apparition just wailing away. Just punching OD in the face with the auto attack, and there's last Astral Imprisonment thrown out to make sure he doesn't get away. We want to see Riki go down bottom once again. I'm not gonna. Riki's not having fun at all. Medusa's trying to do what she can, but Medusa needs a lot of farm before she's able to stand up to anybody. To be honest, Shadow Fiend proven to be too much, and also the Huskar proven to be too much as well. So seriously, like the biggest thing that I'm seeing, the biggest mistake that I'm seeing for Riki's sake, is just the Glove of Haste first. Don't go for Glove of Haste first, guys. Glove of Haste first is worse than going for Boots of Speed first. To be honest. Now, if you're playing a Lifestealer, sure, go for Glove of Haste first because Lifestealer's beast scales off of the HP that they have, not necessarily the amount of damage that you can do. So going for Glove of Haste first of Lifestealer, I mean, go for it. His build right now, I mean, I wouldn't really complain too much. I might say, yeah, instead of going for Boots, go for the stat efficient item, which is the belt of strength. We give a little more damage to his lane, give a little bit more survivability. We got Morphling getting engaged upon by this Rubick. Rubick will be chasing away, but Morphling should be able to survive. He can't morph the strength whenever he needs to, but he doesn't need to. He's going to go ahead and keep running away. Illusion Rune up on Rubick and too late, thrown out by Shadow Fiend. This bottom tower did go down, but it's a little bit sad about that. Ring of Aquila up on him, and also power traits. Did he have power traits? He has power traits. Huskar has power traits and 2 Gauntlet of Strength as well. This top tower is taking massive amounts of damage. Top tower will be going down, so it was technically a power trait. This bottom lane is losing pretty darn badly, to be honest, or to put it bluntly. This is the safe lane that these guys just lost. But meanwhile, the same thing for the top lane. OD is losing his top lane versus OD and Lifestealer losing in their top lanes versus the Omniknight Apparition. Too much. Heal for Omniknight, throwing top Apparition. OD will be proccing that cold key. Lifestealer did jump inside the OD for I don't know what reason. Omniknight can with everything from Lifestealer. And there's OD activating the Astral Imprisonment on top of himself. Omniknight can heal himself right next to him. And there we go. He will be able to get that last hit. And everything else that follows up. Lifestealer's going toe to toe on Omniknight, but he's attacking so freaking slow because of that Digion on him, and also because of the Ice Vortex. He will be getting a kill on top of Omniknight. No, oh my god. Apparition is just shotgunning Lifestealer to death. You don't see that too often, guys. You don't see that all too often. Shadow Fiend comes on top. He'll be able to throw a raise on top. No, he will not be able to. These guys are a little bit too much HP. He doesn't have his ultimate. I don't think it'll be enough to actually get the kill. He's going to go for auto attacks instead. He kills Apparition. Omniknight can heal himself. He heals himself, and there's a Shadow Fiend going down. Shadow Fiend underestimating the power of that Omniknight heal. And now Omniknight will continue to push his lane like he has been doing this whole entire time. So really, the story of this game has been the bottom lane versus the top lane. Which lane is losing harder? And to be honest, I think the top lane is losing a little bit harder than the bottom lane. Dire's top lane is losing a little bit harder than Radiant's bottom lane, mainly because Omniknight and Apparition are doing really well as far as everything is going, all things considered. And oh my gosh, it goes through it. Omniknight's taking a massive amount of damage. He will not be able to heal himself because that ulti from OD did take all his mana. And there's finally Omniknight going down. And who do we see? We see Rubick and Morphling Illusion. Oh, Rubick stole Morphling's ulti. Oh man. Oh dude, easy. Of all things for him to steal, Rubick's gonna just harass the crap out of Morphling. Morphling not doing well in his middle lane. So far that's middle lane. Rubick is dominating his lane as far as I'm concerned. He's continuously telekinesis Morphling. He's continuously forcing him to go back. And if you look at the last hits to the knives, you see Rubick has 25 last hits versus the Morphling who has 19 last hits. So Rubick is just, like I said, dominating his lane. He's getting everything he wants. We see Huskar with little to no HP. He has a TP scroll. He's probably going to TP back home and heal on up. Meanwhile, we see Shadow Fiend and Rubick up in the mid. They're going to go ahead and push his middle lane, I assume. Morphling is heading back home because he doesn't want to die. And we got Ancient Apparition just chilling out right on here, trying to see what he can do. He could throw a ice ball and Fountain just see what's over there, just because he can. His ulti is up.
Under attack.
One thing as Ancient Apparition is building a Necro Book by the looks of it. He's trying to build a Necro Book for, I don't really know what purposes. But he has that belt of strength. He also has a actually no, sorry, he's building power
Radiant's
treads.
top tower is under attack.
Either power treads or Necro Book. Probably power treads. Necro Book is Staff of Wizardry plus belt of strength plus recipe. That's right, guys. I'm good at the shopkeeper's quiz. But anyway, but at any rate, he does have those items. He's trying to build power treads so he can stay alive. He has the belt of strength. Like I said before, if you're playing an intelligence person, you can build yourself a belt of strength to make yourself a little bit more survivable when you're playing those lanes. So that's pretty cool to see around everywhere else. So not really much going on just yet. So let me go ahead and take a look at the items really fast. We see Morphling's building himself. It looks to be a either a double bracer or he's building himself what looks to be an Urn of Shadows because he wants to be survivable. Question mark. We got Omniknight on the run from OD. OD is going to Astral Imprisonment here, and Lifestealer is here as well as OD. Meanwhile, we see Huskar getting killed on top of Riki. Riki not having fun at all. Ice Ball from Ancient Apparition getting thrown on top of Lifestealer. Lifestealer did pop that rage, but it doesn't matter. Ice Ball proc does go through it, and Omniknight will be going down. He can't heal in 1 second. Will he be able to heal fast enough? That's a good question. He gets Astral Imprisonment by the OD. He might be able to heal as soon as he gets. No, he lost his intelligence. He lost his mana. He's out of mana. He goes down. He could have popped those arcane boosts. So Ancient Apparition comes around the backside. He gets a kill on top of Lifestealer. Will he be able to finish all of the OD is a big question. OD has another Astral Imprisonment right now. He's getting slowed by everything for Ancient Apparition, so Ancient Apparition just continues to throw on the vortexes, and there's the Astral Imprisonment thrown. Ancient Apparition lost some intelligence, but he doesn't really care. He has an Ice Ball up in 9 seconds. Actually, that was all the mana that he needed for his ulti. Sad days, sad days. OD able to stay alive because he did, in fact, max that Astral Imprisonment, so he's stealing a whole entire 10 intelligence. That's a lot of intelligence. That's 140 mana that they don't have to use. We see Huskar going down to the Riki. Sorry, well, Riki helped out. Riki helped out, but Riki didn't really get the last hit. I thought Riki was going to get the last hit. Some redemption for him, but no redemption for you, sir. No redemption for you at all. Meanwhile, mid, what do we see? We see Morphling about to go down to Shadow Fiend Rubick combination. One telekinesis will end his life. Morphling needs to morph to strength now if he wants to survive. One more auto attack from Shadow Fiend will be ending his life. And there goes his life ended. So Shadow Fiend having a lot of fun with what he's had so far. We go ahead and bring full screen for him, see what he does around the map. Meanwhile, we see engagement have run back up. See a blink strike from Riki on top of Rubick. Rubick was just standing still. Not too sure why, but he was just standing still. Riki does have those power trades. He did rush power trades. That's the slowest rush you've ever seen, right, guys? Shadow Fiend is getting chased by the Omniknight. Shadow Fiend building Shadow Blade, so. Oh gosh, Ancient Apparition with a beautiful ice ball catching that Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend will be going down one way or another to the ice, to the snowball or to the Riki auto attack. So Riki getting himself a last hit. I think that's 1 kill. Yes, this is Riki's first kill right there, and he might be getting leaped on by the Huskar. He's gonna go ahead and run around the backside, try to see if he can catch anything. Riki needs to get his cloud up so that he can actually increase his kill potential, because Riki's kill potential comes from his cloud. Huskar will be leaping on top of his Medusa. He thinks she's all alone. Riki needs to continue to pursue so he can help his ally out. No leap just yet from Huskar. There we go. Riki does blink strike in. He could have just waited, and now he's taking massive amounts of auto attacks from this Huskar. And now Huskar's in a pretty bad spot. Huskar will be dying by the looks of it. And there's Morphling getting the replicate from Huskar. Just bring him over to wherever he's at. Just have him all selected. Moving them all at once. Why not? Meanwhile, on top, what do we see? We see Omniknight being a man. He has a Vladimir's offering. He's pretty happy about everything. And He's just manhandling his lane, to be honest. He's probably just healing creeps to push his lane. He has 3 people up here on the dire side, just hanging out up here. We got Lifestealer, Rubick, and Shadow Fiend up here, wrapping around to his Omniknight. Omniknight just had a point and repel, so he'll pretty much be going down regardless of what he does. All he can do is heal and pop his ulti, and he will pop his ulti. Rubick can't steal that. That'd be a pretty nice spell for him to steal, but no, he steals a heal instead. Probably not what he wanted. He wanted the ulti. The ulti's a really big thing for Rubick to have, because that thing's an instant cast. Every time Rubick casts, there's a zap coming from Rubick, and Lifestealer's getting slowed by the Dingenor. He's also getting slowed by the Vortex. He's trying to run away while he can. I'm just going to turn and fight. He's going to kill the Rubick because he has support here in the form of Ancient Apparition, but here's an OD as well. OD gets kills up Omniknight, and Ancient Apparition going to run. Ancient Apparition out of mana. All he has is earn charges, and that's it. OD will be wailing on him with a few auto attacks. He has 1 point in the Arcane Orb, so he can activate that and do a little bit more damage, but he's decided not to. And Lifestealer is still chasing the Ancient Apparition. Hopefully moves up in 9 seconds. Rage pop by the Lifestealer. And the top tower is fortified. Who is this coming around the corner? Morphling coming around the corner. And Riki coming in full support. Trying to save the Ancient Apparition. Will he survive is a big question. I think he might survive. No, he will not survive. There we go. Lifestealer finally getting that line because they made him work for that one. OD does go down on the backside to the snake, I think. And there's Medusa popping that ulti to make sure Lifestealer can't do as much auto attack as he wants to. And she's going to go ahead and stand right in front of him and do auto attack. It's a pretty big mistake. She should have backed up a little bit. And here's Shadow Fiend from the middle of nowhere. Lifestealer just does jump inside of a creep, but sadly it's a very weak creep, so it's not a lot of HP getting restored to him. And Medusa getting hit with that ulti from Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend's going to toe-to-toe with someone. I didn't see who it was, but he gets the kill on top of he gets the kill on top of Morphling, I think. And he gets the kill on top of Morphling, so Riki able to get that kill. Riki pretty happy about that. Riki is building for himself for a diffuse blade. I'm not too sure how many times I can say Riki in the same sentence. Lifestealer gets caught inside the cloud. Finally, Riki getting the cloud, and Lifestealer's going to turn around and man up. He knows that he has support here in the form of Huskar, and there goes Riki going down. Lifestealer almost dying in that one.
That is for the master.
So Lifestealer trying to build himself look to be an armlet, so he can armlet toggle and be a awesome person about it. Ancient Apparition throws the ice ball, but sadly Lifestealer decided to stay in lane, so this ice ball will be hitting nothing. Ice ball throwing, ice ball missed, everything. Inner Vitality from Huskar popped on top of Lifestealer, but that's only level 1, so it's not a lot of regen he's getting, but it's still a regen nonetheless. Lifestealer getting those last 2 items, getting that getting that Helmet of Iron Will was giving some really nice regen. 3 HP regen plus 5 armor to make sure he protects all the HP that he has, and also regen all the HP that he has. Soul Ring, Arcane Boots, only thing that Rubick has to his name. I honestly thought he'll have a little bit more considering how well his lane was going, but he does not at this current point in time. So let's see, Shadow Fiend, how close are you to that? Shadow Blade, Shadow Fiend, I don't really know. Let's see, click on him. And this is what I'm saying, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to talk about this for a while, for a minute, as I always do. Bad mannerism is a huge problem in any form of thing where you have more than one person involved. There's usually bad manners involved. There's usually bad manners that get traded back and forth. And bad mannerism, I'm like an advocate against it because I think it's, well, of course, bad mannerism is bad. So as I always say, if you can help it, try not to trash talk back and forth, especially when it's somebody new playing like Riki's. They're saying that Riki's new to playing. Riki does himself a Yasha, pretty cool item for him to have. Make him move faster, make him attack a little bit faster as well. But anyway, they're going back and forth saying Riki has no skill, Riki's a noob, Riki's this, Riki's that, but they're losing, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, all that aside, that's my personal opinion. All that aside, if you can help it, don't talk trash back and forth because it's basically degrading the whole entire experience that everybody's having. With Huskar and Shadow Fiend just continuously talking back and forth saying Riki has no skill, Riki has no skill, that's not really solving any problems. Instead of saying Riki has no skill, say, hey Riki, you should go for this, or you should go for that, or possibly go for this. Even if you're joking, don't try to avoid the bad mannerism because it just like I said degrades the whole entire community of Dota in general. And every single time I see it, I will attempt to talk about it because I think it's a big thing to talk about. Rubick does get hit with that ice ball from Ancient Apparition. These guys might be, he will be going down. One more attack, there he goes. He goes down to the Ancient Apparition to the Frostbite Curse. So Rubick pretty much getting caught out, and he goes down pretty darn easy with that one. Meanwhile, we see Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend does have enough mana, so does have enough gold for his Shadow Blade, so he'll be having that up soon. Huskar is building himself, looks to be fortified. Don't know what Huskar's building. He has himself a glove of haste and he has himself a belt of strength. I think he's just trying to get more stats. Yeah, I'm really confused. What is Huskar going for? He could be going for anything, to be honest. That glove of haste could be going towards a Maelstrom. That glove of haste could be going towards a Hand of Midas. That glove of haste could be going towards a armlet, or it could be going towards another set of boots, power treads. He needs 2 boots, he has 2 feet. And we see Ancient Apparition go down on the top 2 Lifestealer. He was trying to throw everything he could, but it wasn't enough. Did OD use his ulti is the big question. He did not use his ulti. So he'll have that ready for the next fight. Omniknight's ulti is all on cooldown though, so that's one thing to consider if these guys do fight. We will be seeing Huskar go down finally to the mid. Medusa does go down. Or sorry, Medusa does take Huskar down, and Morphling caught himself a free replicate of Huskar. To be honest, Morphling's not really using his replicates effectively. He should be taking that replicate and running it back home so he can just replicate to it. But he doesn't have any mana at this current point in time. Rubick throws that telekinesis on top of the Huskar illusion, not too sure why. Maybe trying to stun up the creeps, who really knows. Shadow Blade finally up on Shadow Fiend, so Shadow Fiend can just jump in and do whatever he wants, whatever he wants. Will we be seeing it soon? I don't really know. We're gonna hit F10 so we can see a full screen. What's gonna happen? Shadow Fiend does get caught inside the cloud of Riki. He should be able to activate Shadow Blade if he wants to, but he decides not to. And Riki's still in the chase. Shadow Blade activated by Shadow Fiend, so he can get away, and that's pretty much it. And we have Illusion Rune activated by somebody, I didn't see who it was. Or Illusion Rune activated by Rubick. Rubick just rotating around here. He has himself a healing salve. You don't need a healing salve when you have yourself a soul ring. Just don't get caught out. Just have a little bit, or just have good position. Just be mindful of where you position. Once you have some form of sustainable region, you do not need to invest any more in healing salves. The only time you can ever qualify, the only time you can ever what's the word? The only time you can ever justify buying a healing salve in the middle of a game, like 20 minutes of the game, is if like a big gank just happened. You want to carry to stay in your lane. You can be as a support. You can buy a healing salve and send it to them, so they can heal him up instead of going back home to do stuff. We got Riki. Riki did drop a cloud, pretty cool for him, so he's able to catch everybody in the silence. But he's not really able to do anything. He's just harassing a little bit, scouting at everything around the corner. No detection just yet on the side of the Dire, but at the same time, no detection on the side of the Radiant either. So who's this? Shadow Blade up on Shadow Fiend. Who's this in the jungle farming? Lifestealer's in the jungle farming. He has his armlet, but he needs to have it brought to him. He's built himself, it looks to be a basher. So he probably, actually no, he needs to go ahead and get his item brought to him. We see Shadow Fiend's chasing somebody. He was chasing, I didn't see who he was. Radiant structures are fortified. Medusa's trying to deny it, but I don't think she can do it fast enough. She got to deny. Riki needs to drop his cloud now so he can help Medusa stay alive. Huskar will be leaping soon. Huskar just barely out of range, and he cannot get a range fast enough. Telekinesis coming from Rubick soon. Nope, no telekinesis just yet. And that creeper was going down. This like 4 people on the Dire side just pushing this middle lane. They're trying to play 5-man Dota. And oh my gosh, Ancient Emperor's throwing all ice balls. These guys can really stand still for him. So no regen going on at this current point in time. These guys need to go in now. Riki can go in for a quick kill on top of OD if he really wants to, or he can go for a quick kill on top of Shadow Fiend. There's a few more auto attacks. No, not fast enough, not soon enough. If Riki will win in, that would have been nice. Riki is building himself a Sanji and Yasha. So yeah, I mean, yeah, nothing. Okay. A few things to complain about, mainly because Sanji Yasha on Riki is not really as effective as a Manta style or Diffusal Blade. Diffusal Blade is like probably the key item for Riki. Diffusal Blade was probably built for Riki, so Riki can actually kill people. But Sanji Yasha gives him a little bit more survivability, gives himself a chance of a greater maim, sure, but it's not really as helpful as, like I said, a Diffusal Blade would be, or a the other one, Manta style. Of course, Manta style after Diffusal Blade. But anyway, we see these guys going in for Roshan. Omniknight is ready for the fight. Are we seeing a carry? Omniknight is a good question. We see Ancient Apparition. I think Ancient Apparition might be getting away. There's no detection over here for the Dire, so they don't know what this is going on. But the whole entire Dire side is mid, except for Lifestealer. And Shadow Fiend is walking around the side. Oh my gosh, they will be able to catch themselves on OD if they go in. Omniknight popping the ulti extremely prematurely. Riki's just walking in like a boss, and there's OD going down pretty darn fast. Yeah, Shadow Fiend pops the ulti. He will be able to get the double ulti once he goes down. He's popping the ulti. She doesn't get a kill from somebody, I didn't see who. We see the double ulti pop. We see the gem drop, so they did have a detection. Rubick is trying to run away. He's caught in the frostbite curse, so if he gets hit with a little bit more auto attack, he might be going down. He's going to try to make damage possible to this Ancient Apparition, but he will be getting cold flip. And here's the rest of the support coming in from the Radiant side. There's a Rubick going down to the Riki. Riki of all people get a double kill, and he has a gem on his person, so he's able to spot out the Shadow Fiend whenever he comes around. I'm interested to see who was carrying that gem. It was probably Huskar. So yeah, Huskar was carrying the gem, thinking that he can get a quick kill on top of Riki, but Huskar needs to build himself something. All he has is 2 Glove of Haste, a Belt of Strength, and a Glove of Haste. Oh, sorry, 2 Gauntlet of Strength. A Glove of Haste and a Belt of Strength. So he doesn't really have anything, to be honest. Huskar needs to build himself something. He needs to build himself an armlet. If he's going to do the armlet, he needs to build himself a Shadow Blade. Yeah, Shadow Blade. He can't build himself Shadow Blade if he wants to. Lifestealer's just manning up. He's killing everybody in his middle lane. He doesn't have his arm. He does have his arm, but he doesn't have a turn going. He needs to turn it on so he can do a little bit more damage. He's going to go ahead and go for Medusa, so he can go do as much damage as possible to her. He does have Rage up in another 2 seconds. Rage will be popped. Open wounds first, and there's a 4-stat forward from Ancient Apparition trying to make sure he stays alive. They're trying to bait it out as much as they possibly can. I think there's no middle tower here, and Lifestealer will be running away. And the heal coming from Omniknight. Huskar can leap on top of somebody. I think he will be leaping soon. Shadow Fiend is here. Shadow Fiend, Shadow Blade is up. Leap from Huskar on top of Omniknight. Omniknight wishes he had his ulti, doesn't he? And he goes down to all the auto attacks from everybody. And Riki's on the backside. Riki's just chilling. Riki's just walking around, scouting everything out. He knows he's invisible. He knows they can't do nothing to touch him. But they did have a gym, though. That's one thing to consider. They had a gym, but the gym is gone now. Riki's carrying the gym, so he'll be able to stop that Shadow Fiend. As middle tower will be getting engaged upon. Ancient Prince throwing that as well. Just barely missing everybody except for Lifestealer. Lifestealer doesn't care, though. Lifestealer can steal all the life that he wants. His name is Lifestealer. And we see Riki dropping the cloud and running away in the opposite direction. And this middle tower stopped getting sieged. Huskar's going to go for the auto attacks. Right here, OD trying to go in for kill on top of somebody. Just drained everybody's mana, really. Riki, what are you doing? Go home, you're drunk. Riki will be running away as soon as he can. And that's pretty much it. Shadow Fiend, Shadow Blade, and Riki's just popping his cloud like a boss and running away, just taunting these guys. He has to be very careful about that, though, because as soon as they get some more detection, he's pretty much dead if he does that again. These guys are playing 5-man Dota at this current point in time, and they can. I don't know how well 5-man Dota versus a Medusa versus a Riki and versus a Ancient Apparition would be, or how good of an idea it would be, but
Radiant's top
they're playing 5-man Dota, so I mean, so far things are working out. They're ahead in the tower kills as far as I can see. There's 3 towers. No, actually, wow, they're behind the tower kills. Are you kidding me? Okay, I thought they were ahead. So, no, they're tied. There you go. In my defense, guys, they're tied. So, Shadow Fiend does not have max souls just yet. He needs to hurry up and get his 36 souls so he can actually do maximum amount of damage. We got Morphling making a replicate of that Shadow Fiend. There's a shotgun going on top of him as well. And there's the illusion kill. Morphling's going to go in. Ice Ball from Ancient Person once thrown. I don't think he followed up there, but he finally follows it up. And he catches everybody inside of him. Medusa ulti popped as well. Rubick stole the Ancient Person ulti. That's huge for him. Everybody gets caught inside of that on the dire side. And it's OD throwing the Arcane Orb on top of the Ancient Person. Who was that? Lifestealer and Rubick died in that engagement. I didn't see. Okay, Rubick died the previous. Lifestealer, I don't know how he died, but he did die. And in that engagement, I totally missed it. And Riki's still here. Riki's just chilling with his gem. And his Sanjin Yasha. Because he's obviously is not a hero, guys.
Bottom tower is under attack.
We got the whole entire dire side on the run. Huskar, OD, and who's that? Who's the other one? What's his name?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Huskar, OD, and Shadow Fiend on the run, trying to go back to base and heal. They need to have TP scrolls. Always have a TP scroll handy. We got Omniknight building himself a oh my gosh, Omniknight, you're building a Radiance. Dear Jesus, what are you crazy person? Omniknight building a Radiance. He has a Radiance recipe, so he can actually go for it. But I mean, if you're gonna build a Radiance, go ahead and build yourself that. So save up your gold and build that relic first before you build that recipe. That recipe is not going to do anything but sit inside your inventory and rot. That's really all it's going to do. No burn coming from that. But it will be a late Radiance. It will probably be about a 40-minute Radiance. That's why I'm buying the to burn next turn. So it'll be a little while for him to have it before he has it. And Riki's just here. Riki's just chilling around the high ground, just seeing what he can find around the corner. Is there any detection on the side of the dire? Sadly, no. Sentry wards are like you do not have to have a gem in order to do anything. All you need is a sentry ward. Sentry wards are all you need for as well, guys. So Lifestealer has himself a basher and an armlet, so it's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, Riki can pick up the courier. Riki's gonna pick up the crow. Oh my gosh, Riki killed himself a crow. He's gonna run away while he can. Shadow Fiend's pretty sad about that. Riki, super secret agent. Riki just running away home while he can. And there's an OD trying to see if he can find himself a Riki, but Riki turns invisible, so there's no finding for you. You guys need detection. And that was a free courier kill for Riki, so Riki impressively killed everything. Morphling building all kind of items. He has a Perseverance, he has himself a Yasha. Not too sure exactly what he's going to go for first. Looks like he's going for a Lincoln Sphere and a Manta style. Probably both at the same time. Manta Lincoln, I don't know. They both require ultimate ult, so why not go for both? And there's Morphling activating a replicate on top of that Rubick, and there's Ancient Person hitting on top of that OD. OD is not happy about that. Lifestealer is inside his Huskar, and this fight will be breaking out soon. Omniknight pops that ult, so he makes sure he stays alive. Still a little bit premature. He should have waited for Lifestealer to pop out, but doesn't really matter. He's getting bashed to death. And there's Rubick. Oh my gosh, Rubick stole the ulti from Omniknight. Not getting it all. That's one thing that you do not want to have. Medusa pops her ulti to make sure everybody slows down, make sure everybody can get away. But that's really about it. That's really all that'll happen. The Ancient Person throws out a vortex. He has Ice Ball up in 15 seconds. He also has 5 urn charges, so he can run around the side and heal up Morphling if he really wants to. I don't think I've seen Morphling morph to strength just yet, or morph to agility just yet. I think I saw it early on, but he hasn't used it ever since. And says, Lifestealer jumped inside of Huskar once again. Lifestealer spent quite a long time inside of that Huskar. Huskar really wants to go for the kill on top of him, but he can't really find him. He's not visible just yet. Huskar, these guys really want to kill that Riki, but the Riki is just playing so evasively, no detection on their side, so that's really a huge blunder for the Dire side. They know that Riki's playing extremely risky. He's just hanging out all by himself around the backside. All they need is one Sentry Ward, and that's pretty much a free kill every single time on Riki. It's just one Sentry Ward.
Radiant's top tower.
But alas, they have no detection. I think they're trying to save up for another gym, but Riki has their gym. He's just laughing about it. He's carrying the gym and laughing about it. He has 2K gold in his bank account right now, and these guys are really trying to make Riki feel as bad as possible, but Riki's just being a baller and just staying in there, keeping fighting, and just being as annoying as possible, which Riki should do. But I still highly recommend Riki build himself a diffuser blade, because the diffuser blade is so useful as far as getting kills, and actually use the diffuser blade as well. Not just having it, just having it is not the reason why you get it. You also want to actually use the diffusion charge, use the purge charges. But from what I'm seeing in this game, I gotta be honest, Riki is relatively new. So Riki probably doesn't know any better just yet. So I'm gonna switch to full screen since nothing really happening just now. I will take a look at the graphs in a few seconds. I just want to see some more full screen action for you guys. This is also a new trick that I learned. Let's see who's coming up on the high ground. Nobody's coming around the high ground, it's just Rubick over there. But it's freaking awesome, guys. I really want to connect my computer to my TV just to play Dota in full screen. I'll probably miss all the kills because I can't see the minimap, but it's freaking awesome. We got Lifestealer just hanging out inside the Huskar. That's a huge blunder by on his part. Lifestealer is not collecting any farm. He's not collecting any XP. Well, he's collecting XP, but he's not collecting any farm. He's not doing anything to help his team out. He's just chilling inside the Huskar, and then he just jumps out of the big team fights, and he jumps right back inside Huskar at the end of it. So it's really not an efficient use of a Lifestealer. We got Riki throwing a beautiful cloud inside of everything. OD throws out ulti, but I don't think his intelligence is all that high. And we got Lifestealer caught out in the middle of everyone. He will be going down soon. He's getting hit with everything all at once, and he goes down. Meanwhile, Apparition just just manning up, throwing his ult to make sure he can survive all that fight. The Dire getting caught out once again. Rubick, what did you steal? Rubick has the ulti from Omniknight, so he can't get ready for another fight. Ulti from Shadowfiend will be getting popped. Ulti used from, oh gosh, who's I heard Medusa ulti. Medusa ulti was used, so everybody was slow by that. Ice Ball does miss the main people. It hits OD, so OD will be going down. That's really about it. I don't think anybody else is going on. A gem is finally dropped on the ground. Somebody needs to go pick that up. Anybody needs to pick that up. Somebody pick up this gem. Rubick probably will be picking up. Yes, so Rubick will be picking up. So now Riki needs to play extremely careful. Hyperstone on Riki. Wow. Okay, so Riki's going for attack speed as opposed to
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And buybacks galore coming from the Dire. They're pretty angry about what's going on. Medusa's just farming. She's slowly getting to that stage where she's unstoppable. She's not quite there yet. She has a Lincoln Sphere, but that's really about it. She needs to hurry up and get her Mantis style. She needs to hurry up and get her other items, so that way she can actually do some damage on the enemy team. It's thought that by now she would have that, but she does not have that at the current point in time. Looking at the gold guard, as far as the gold guard goes, it's in favor of the Radiant, but not by much, especially considering the fact that we are about 35 minutes into the game.
Attack.
So this gold graph is pretty darn close if you ask me. That's pretty much one tower that this gold graph is up by on the Radiant side. And that's not good at all, considering the fact that the Dire only have two more outer towers to actually reap gold from. Moving over to the XP graph. As I was saying about XP graph, the XP graph is relatively irrelevant because the longer and longer the game goes on, the closer and closer it converges to 0. But it's still a nice indicator of where everybody is at this current point in time. And as you guys can see, the Radiant are ahead, mainly because they've been winning their team fights, they've been surviving, they've been actually farming, whereas Lifestealer has been chilling inside of Huskar this entire time. He is not inside of Huskar at this current point in time, but if he was, I would be pretty much complaining about it, B-wording and moaning about it while we're watching the game. But he's finally outside of that Huskar, just actually farming now, so he's actually getting gold, aside from passive gold. And we'll just go ahead and full screen on him, see what he does. He's going to go ahead and farm himself a creep wave. Okay, not too interesting. Down bottom, what do we got going on? We got Morphling going toe-to-toe with Huskar and the Shadowfiend. He does go down, finally go down. Well, not finally go down. He does go down. I don't think he morphs to strength at all. He needs a morph to strength if he's going to go ahead and use his ability. That's one thing that makes Morphling unkillable, is the fact that he can morph to strength so freaking easily. We got Riki coming down here. Riki will be going toe-to-toe with Huskar, but he actually won't be making it. Medusa is around the corner. She goes out and misses today. And insta gives that Huskar. Now she's on the run. She does have her ulti, so she can't use it. She needs to. Shadowfiend's going to go ahead and go for a chase. He will be seeing, not seeing the Apparition. He will be going for as much damage as possible on top of Medusa, but Medusa has that freaking mana shield. It's so freaking annoying. And 8 seconds for his ult for his Shadow Blade, he will not be able to get it. There's a double ulti from Shadowfiend. Not doing nearly enough damage. Meanwhile, we see somebody getting caught. We see Omniknight getting caught out. Omniknight pops himself his heal, and he's getting hit with everything from left and right. Rubick probably should have stole that heal from him, but no, he doesn't care. He has a gem. He's pretty happy. He needs to give it up to somebody else who's more, who will probably make more use of it. Preferably Lifestealer, because Lifestealer is still, like, despite the fact that he's been hanging outside of that Huskar for quite a long time, he still hits pretty hard, and he's still getting got a decent amount of armor. He needs to actually use his armlet. That's one thing I would say. If you have an armlet, yeah, sure, cool, you have an armlet, but if you're not using it, you might as well not have an armlet. Build something else. That armlet costs a lot of gold, and if you're not toggling the crap out of it, then you're just wasting your gold, to be honest. So let's see, where's armlet? I can't find armlet. Oh, jeez, where's it? There we go. Glow haste armlet. It is potentially, it could potentially give him 31 damage, 10 more attack speed, and also some other things. But he has a hyperstorm right now, so he's building himself an AC to follow up by the looks of it. And he's gonna go down here and just be a man, jumps out the creep, and then hang out. That is, to be honest, that's not really efficient use of his ulti, but he's using it that way, and he feels cool about it. So his ulti will be running out as soon as the creep dies. Either he was forced to find his wave or just run away. Not too sure what he's going to be doing about that. Morphling used a replicate of Lifestealer to push, push his lane. That replicate's not doing nearly enough damage to actually do anything. Lifestealer's going to go toe-to-toe with it. Lifestealer might be getting cut out. He gets hit with the cloud from everything. He's hit with the stun from Morphling as well. And these guys will be backing off. He's going to turn on the throw. Open top Morphling. Morphling needs some Morphling strength right now. I don't think he can Morphling strength at all. He needs some Morphling strength. Why would you not Morphling strength, Morphling? I don't understand. Just one more strength is all you need. Riki goes on the cloud. He's going to go in on top of Lifestealer. Lifestealer's getting caught out. Lifestealer's rage is on cooldown. Actually, no, it's off cooldown. And Riki's caught out. Riki is bashed. He will be going invisible soon. Ice Ball from Apparition will be getting thrown on backside. And here's the Medusa to help out as well. Really, Apparition is really good with aiming his Ice Ball. So very, very kudos to you, Apparition. Good job. Good job with those Ice Balls. They've been on point for the most part. Except for that one time in the mid, but that was the one time that was pretty much off. Orc and Malevolence up on that OD. It's not really going to help out as far as his damage potential goes, but it's going to help out as far as his mana regeneration goes. But you don't really need his OD, so definitely go for it before you go for Orc and Malevolence. And you see Riki getting caught out because they have a gem on top of Rubick, so they're able to see him. And now Riki's pretty sad. So that's what I was saying earlier. They need some form of detection. Oh my god, Rubick, stop building healing cells. Oh my god. Rubick has healing cells, he has a perseverance and a slow ring. The reason why you do not need healing cells anymore at this current point in time, unless you absolutely need one healing cell to heal up so you can stay on the field, which as a Rubick you don't really concern yourself about because you're probably going to be running back to base to heal up anyway and get some more wards or something.
Bottom tower
you do not need to buy any more healing cells. We got Rubick throwing out the zap on top of Medusa first. That was a pretty smart move. Medusa should pop her ulti right now so her team can survive. Ulti from Shadow Bomb will be getting thrown out. It almost got the kill on top of Apparition will still be going down to the Huskar. And Huskar's trying to do as much damage as possible to Medusa, but Medusa doesn't care. She's able to just destroy him because she has that mana shield. She's going to go toe-to-toe OD, but I think she will be losing this fight. Snake thrown out. Snake giving her a little more mana. Bounce away on back to her. I think she did in the life of that Morphling because she body blocked. But meanwhile, top tower is going down to the Omniknight, so Omniknight doing a good job of counter pushing everything. He has a Radiance recipe, but no Radiance. Why did you bother Radiance recipe? It's a big question. Looks like he's trying to build himself. It looks to be a Heaven's Halberd, so that'll be pretty cool for him to have. Hopefully he's not building a BKB because he has a built-in BKB with his repel. Riki is here. He's gonna attack pretty darn fast, but not do all that much damage. He needs to build himself some more agility so he can actually do damage, and he's building himself what looks to be a Maelstrom. A little bit backwards. If you're gonna be, oh my gosh, Rubick is on the chase on top of Riki. Riki probably knows he's on his tail. He has support. So Rubick has support from OD coming around the backside. Omniknight's gonna be doing Roshan, and Riki's leading him right to Roshan right in this current point in time. This fight might be going in favor of the Dire. Because there's so many more people here. So Riki is still here. Omniknight pops that repel, and Omniknight's like, bro, why'd you come over here? And now this fight will be breaking out. Omniknight needs to pop his ulti. He has no mana for it. His ulti's on cooldown as well. Medusa gets a kill on top of him. I didn't see who it was. OD is going to kill. Riki was able to pick up the gems. Yes, Riki retrieved the gems. So cool for Riki. And Ice Ball thrown out from Apparition does miss everything.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top tower is under attack. So Dire's pretty much losing the towers as everything's going. They're going to go ahead and go for Roshan though. Lifestealer is here. Lifestealer is happy to go for Roshan. And he has the support of Shadow Fiend to help out as well. And Shadow Fiend has a data.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
So who's going to be picking up is a big question. Lifestealer, drop your Poor Man Shield or drop your Quelling Blade. Probably your Quelling Blade.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Or just
immortality.
Quelling Blade dropped. Apparition, what are you doing up here? Apparition, run! You're drunk. Go home. And Apparition's probably going to force-step himself uphill, up the high ground, and keep running while he can. Throws out a vortex, trying to see who he can find around the corner. He finds himself a Lifestealer. Lifestealer's going to continue to run. Kofi will be throwing out soon in the Kofi. and Lifestealer should just rage so he can actually survive, but that H will be popped soon. Ice Ball needs to be thrown out soon. Come on, H after 3. Ice Ball before he rages. Rage will be thrown out from Lifestealer, and there's a whole bunch of people in the dire around the backside. Oh my god, what was that? Force that forward from H after 2. H after 2 taking so much damage from that Shadow Fiend, but Medusa is here as well. Medusa did get hit with a bash from that Lifestealer, and there's also from Medusa pop, and these guys are really caught out. Like, Huskar jumps and make sure he gets killed on top of that H Apparition. Now Medusa's on the run. Riki's doing massive. I hear Riki just attacking like a machine gun around that side. I didn't see where he was, but it doesn't really matter. Lifestealer does go down. That's pretty dirt. That's a pretty dirty fight for that. Ulti from Omniknight Pont for no apparent reason. Should have waited. He definitely should have waited for that. Lifestealer is here. Lifestealer's caught out. Lifestealer will be going down. Where's Riki? I hear Riki, but I don't see him. And Riki just proving that, yeah, guys, even though you guys want to call me a noob and all, you guys are still losing, so you guys can't really talk. So, yeah, Riki's just playing the game like he should, or as he should, just continuously playing the game as quietly as possible. Of course, he did go a few times back and forth, but sure. That's because he's playing himself. I'll give you that. Oh my gosh, Omniknight. Heal from Omniknight stole by Rubick, so Rubick will be able to survive and live another day. By the looks of it, Morphling and Omni are still trying to chase. Rubick did build himself a bloodstone, so that's what he was going for. He has 2 healing cells, but he's not going to use them. He's going to die. That's the same, guys. If you have healing cells, don't go for them. Or sorry, this late in game, you don't need healing cells because even if you do activate the healing cell, it's not going to do anything. Omniknight pops out Repel, but Repel does not block physical damage, sir. It only blocks magical damage, and he's going to be taking all the damage from that tower. That's basically his basic armor coming out from the Vladimir's offering that's keeping him from taking all that much damage. And there's it. Omniknight's Repel thrown on top of Morphling, so Morphling can jump in for a fight, but Morphling's pretty much out of meta. He needs Omni to pop those arcane boots. I don't think Omni popped his arcane boots this entire game. It was actually pretty, once again, a huge blunder, a little bit of misplay. It's not really causing him to lose anything, but I mean, he needs to pop those arcane boots. If you build arcane boots, guys, use them. Use those arcane boots. And also, if you're gonna build a Radiance, finish the Radiance, finish the finish the relic first, unless you can justify the reason for you buying that recipe. Because so far, we've seen Omniknight hold on to his recipe for about 23 minutes plus, and he's done nothing with it. So that's a Radiance recipe, and it's just sitting there, collecting dust. He has 2k gold, so he can't go for Sanjiyasu, which looks like he might be going for. Oh my gosh, the whole entire dire side is over here. They will find themselves an Omniknight. Huskar will be leaping. No, Huskar will not be leaping. He got distracted. He's gonna go ahead and hit and bomb in the middle lane. A few more steps and Omniknight would have been done for. There was a Lifestealer inside this Huskar as well, and Lifestealer's gonna just chill inside of the Huskar for a long time. Hopefully it doesn't stay there for a whole entire minute and 30 seconds. That's a waste of your time, Lifestealer. That's a huge waste of your time. Wait, we see Omniknight finally getting caught out by all these guys. Rubick will be tossing the lane to the spot where he was, and then Omniknight going down, Lifestealer coming out, everybody gets hit with the Ice Ball. Will OD be going down is a big question. He doesn't have all that much HP. He does have himself a haste room, and he also has himself a ultimate orb. That's pretty cool for him. Huskar throws out the heal on top of himself, but doesn't heal him while he's under the effect of Frostbite Curse. But he had enough HP to survive. And Huskar's building himself what looks to be a Daedalus, so Daedalus all around. Huskar doesn't really need a Daedalus, to be honest. He needs to build himself an A-Blade first, and then go for Daedalus. A Daedalus is just icing on the cake. But to be honest, Huskar doesn't have a cake just yet. Lifestealer jumps out. Lifestealer's trying to do as much damage as possible to Medusa, but he's trying to get closer to it, but he can't get close enough. And now Medusa will finally be getting bashed. Huskar goes down pretty swiftly to that Riki. That's pretty funny. Oh, the irony. And Lifestealer goes down to the Morphling Medusa combination. Omniknight's really the only casualty. Omniknight's really the only casualty for a Radiant so far, but he got it way earlier. He wasn't even here on that fight. And Rubick's trying to do what he can. Riki's just destroying manhandling everybody. Triple kill for Riki. Riki feeling pretty good about himself. He can't go in for another leap if he wants to. On top of that, Rubick will pretty much be going down. This is Riki coming for the Huskar. Huskar's just feeling really butthurt, to put it very bluntly. The bad manners have come back to slap him in the face. And Apparition on the chase to see if he can find himself a Shadow Fiend. If he throws that Ice Ball in the perfect direction, he might be able to find or get a kill on top of that Shadow Fiend, but I don't think he'd be able to aim it that well. Just aim for the fountain, really, because that's where Shadow Fiend's running.
With my thanks.
And yeah, there's a Morphling getting healed up by the Apparition who has how many charges? He has 9 freaking earned charges. That's ridiculous. That's a lot of charges, guys. That's a lot of deaths. And as far as the net worth goes, I want to take a look at the net worth. Okay, looking at the net worth, we see that Riki's net worth is more than the entire Dire team. Oh, the irony. Oh, God, guys. Oh, my Jesus. It's like lesson 101 on why you shouldn't trash talk. Because, yeah, sure, you can say the guy on the enemy team is the guy is this, and the guy is that. But if you can really, you guys not only look bad, But you guys just seem like jerks to everybody who's playing Dota. And to be honest, Huskar really seems like a huge jerk to me. No offense to the player personally. Actually, no, yes, offense to the player personally. Do not taunt. I seriously wag my finger at you guys. Don't do that. There's no true reason for you to just trash talk somebody just because you killed him a few times. I'm trying to bring this full screen. Full screen for everybody. So you can see Lifestealer go down soon. I don't know how much HP he has left. He probably goes down. And see what I'm saying, like you can't really see the HP bars here, so you can't really. It's not really good for casting, but it's good for spectating. And look how beautiful this game is. On my very crappily rendered system, like my settings are pretty darn low. So saying look how beautiful this game is actually pretty ironic. Because my settings, like I said, are pretty darn low and they're pretty ugly. Medusa's with a split shot, just killing, creeping on the backside without even thinking about it. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to full to normal mode. And these guys are playing ring around the base. They're killing all of the towers, destroy all of the towers, and Medusa's taking it up as well. Medusa has herself that Mantis. She also has the ring of Aquila, and she has herself that Wicked Spear. So she has really good reach as far as I'm concerned.
Dire's middle barracks.
And this is the stage where Medusa starts becoming out of control. You typically want to see this kind of Medusa, like Medusa with the Mantis style Wicked Spear and a ring of Aquila if you really want to. At about the 30-minute mark. At about the 30-minute mark is where she starts becoming effective, but that is a lot of fun to have a 30-minute mark. That's a tall order indeed. So you probably should expect that to happen at the 40-minute mark, which is why Medusa's use is not favored because she takes so freaking long to become effective at actually killing somebody. So all she needs now is a Daedalus and a Desolator and a Butterfly. She can pretty attack. She's building that Butterfly, but looks like Morphling does he have a Replicate? He doesn't have a Replicate out right now, and he will be going down for his instant. He goes down. Rubick stole something. Rubick stole Waveform. He probably would have said more to strength. And this bottom tower will be going down soon. There you go, bottom tower going down. Riki's here, Riki's chilling. No detection for the dire side. So we're gonna have to find him. Medusa pops her ulti once again. And she's just attacking everybody. Look at this. Look at all the damage. And Riki just jumps in. He gets kills off of that shallow thing. The irony, oh the irony guys. The irony is too ironic. Obvious trolls, obvious. But anyway, as Medusa getting a monster kill, Medusa just destroying everything. H.F. can't throw his ulti if he wants to. Hey, OD trying to do as much damage as possible can to Medusa, but Medusa's just so damn tanky. Sorry, excuse my language, but she freaking is. Riki's here. Riki might be going down. But he finally goes down. Jim dropping it down. OD had to pop his ulti in order to get that. Jim is dropping it down. Once again, H.F. can't throw out the ulti, so he can make sure he guarantees his kill. That's pretty much all he has to do. One ulti, H.F. use the ulti, use your ulti, use the ulti, use the ulti. Use all the ultis. He has to do so he can see anybody who's running away. Shadowfiend's already dead, so it's really matter. He's gonna go ahead and do as many auto attacks as possible. Medusa gets the last hit on top of that. Triple kill for her. She might be able to get herself an ultra kill. Ultra kill for her. Will she get a rampage? I did. The timing is way too long for her to get a rampage. And Huskar feeling really mad about what's going on right now. It's pretty darn obvious.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
But yes, guys, to be honest, this is probably like one of the few times I'll ever say this. Usually I try to keep my personal feelings about the game outside of my cast, unless I'm talking about mannerism, specifically mannerism, mainly because mannerisms is a huge thing to talk about. We gotta work on manners, we gotta work on how we talk to each other, how we approach each other, and how we respond to how other people, or what things other people say to us. But anyway, if I were in this game, I would definitely be reporting Huskar. That's what I want to say, because Huskar is really doing exactly what I do not like to see in the game. He's basically making the experience for Riki bad. He's trying to make sure Riki feels as trolled as possible. And since you're playing
the Radiants now have mega
but you're playing one of the easiest hero in the game. It doesn't really matter. If he's playing one of the easiest hero in the game, it doesn't really matter. If he's new, if he's so new, but you're saying he should not be losing. So the fact of the matter is, his team was a little bit better. That's really the fact of the matter. Yeah, sure, you can say Riki's a noob because he died so much fed you early on, but you weren't really, you didn't make use of it. You didn't take advantage of your advantage with air quotes. And Riki got out of control, and Riki destroyed you guys late game. So anyway, that's my personal feelings. That's my personal spiel on that. As far as mannerism goes, you guys know my feeling on that. Try to be as mannerable as possible as you possibly can. This is a perfect instance of when mannerism is probably useful. If Huskar would have just kept it to his own team chat and said Riki's a noob, just said it on his team chat, just talk trash about Riki in his own team's chat, then sure, he can get away with, oh my god, Riki, yeah, okay, Riki, I thought you knew at first, but you did well at the end. He can recover, basically what I'm trying to say. He can recover from that. But now, I mean, he went to all chat and said, oh my god, Riki, you're such a noob, Riki, you're so bad at this game, Riki uninstall, Riki do this, and it backfired heavily in his face. His team not only lost, but he died a lot to the Riki, specifically the Riki. So he fed Riki back. So I mean, try to conduct yourselves in the best mannerism as possible, because when things like that happen, you can't really recover from it, and you just look like a straight up douche to everybody who's watching the game. And Dota doesn't need more douches. Let's put it that way. We have too many as it is. Anyway, as far as enough of mannerism. Like I said, mannerism is a huge thing. I'm really a strong advocate on mannerism. I try to mention as much as I possibly can, because when I was playing League of Legends, because I did start from League of Legends, but when I was playing League of Legends, it was pretty bad. Let's just leave it at that. That's not to say that League of Legends community is like worse than Dota community. Both of them are probably equally bad, but I'm just saying, for starting off with League of Legends, that was my first MOBA ever, and it was like so stressful. People just talking trash back and forth and saying, "Oh my God, you suck, so uninstall, blah blah. That's why you play Teemo." But anyway, enough of that. Enough of my past. You guys will figure out about that all later on. So about this game, talking about items. As far as items go, please do not build boots first. That's one of the biggest things I saw on the Omniknight. I think it was the Omniknight. And if you want to build your power trades, you want to rush to them as fast as possible, do not go for the Glove of Haste first. The Glove of Haste, to be honest, is much worse than the boots first. I mean, that's probably one of the few exceptions why I say going boots first is a bad idea. Now, going boots first relative to other items is a bad idea. Going boots first relative to Glove of Haste first is a really good idea. You should go for those boots first. I would push you to go for the boots first before you go for that Glove of Haste. That Glove of Haste does nothing for you. It's actually argued as well in what order you should build your power trades. If you're building power trades, it's argued, sometimes some people argue that you should build the stat efficient item first, which I totally agree with, because the stat efficient item will give you damage. It'll also give you survivability if you're strength, or it'll give you attack speed and damage if you're agility. It'll give you intelligence for your mana pool, and also a teeny bit of regen if you're intelligence. It'll just all around give you good things. Or, if you want to switch it up, if you're playing Intelligence hero and you want to survive, you can build yourself the Belt of Strength, which is a stat-efficient item. It's not your particular stat, but it's still a stat-efficient item. It gives you a little bit more survivability in your lane. If you're playing a carry and you do massive amounts of bonus damage and you just want more attack speed and you're not agility, I'm not too sure what hero will be that. Maybe Huskar. You can build yourself a Band of Elven Skin before you build yourself that Glove of Haste. I mean, that would be definitely good. Band of Elven Skin does, by the way, give you almost 1 armor, which armor is really good when you have a lot of HP. So it's argued that sometimes, or whether you should go for that stat efficient item first, or you should go for those boots first. And sorry, no, hold on. Let me take it back. It's argued what order you should build your power trades in sometimes. And like I said, I agree with the stat efficient item first. Some people say you should go for the boots before you go for any other item in the power trades first, but almost nobody. Okay. I can't say almost nobody. Oh, sorry. This game was sent in by the Medusa. Sorry about that. This game was sent in by the Medusa Sandcrawler, and is not a hero. Was Medusa's friend. So thank you, Medusa, for sending me this game. Big shout out to your friend Riki. Keep playing, keep learning. Hopefully you do start building more standard items with Riki. But yeah. To bounce off what everybody was saying in the game, they were a bit saying you were new because the items that you were building, how you're playing your Riki. If you're playing a Riki, even though you're invisible, you shouldn't really abuse your invisibility. You shouldn't just walk up to him just because you know you're invisible. You should also get your cloud as soon as you can. Well, maybe not as soon as you can, but maybe like 2 points in your cloud before you hit level 6 is actually really useful, because your cloud is your basic item that allows you to kill people. Yeah, backstab gives you a lot of damage, but it's arguable that backstab is worse than your cloud, and it's also arguable that backstab is worse than your blink strike. Of course, this argument doesn't really make all that much matter when you have a lot of agility, because backstab is obviously really good when you have a lot of agility, but early on in the game you don't have a lot of agility. So going for your cloud, going for your blink strike first, blink strike for survivability, cloud for kill potential, is really much more useful than going for your maxing your backstab first. Maybe 2 points in backstab so you can help yourself farm. But that's pretty much why the enemy was saying, "Oh my God, you're such a noob. Oh my God, you're such this." Basically, your positioning was really bad. No offense, but your position was almost terrible. And your build, you didn't get your cloud until after you maxed your backstab, which I think was a pretty big mistake. There were a few kills that you could have potentially had with your with Medusa down the bottom, where you could have just dropped your cloud and just did as many attacks as possible on top of I think it was Huskar. Hold on, Huskar and Shadow Fiend. Yeah, it does as many attacks as possible on top of Shadow Fiend, because Shadow Fiend is extremely fragile. I don't know if you realize that, but he's extremely fragile. So just drop your cloud and then do a whole bunch of auto attacks on top of him along with Medusa. Excuse me. And you guys probably could have taken him down pretty darn easily. So definitely do that. Definitely work in your Riki play, that's all I'll say. And also, Diffusal Blade is really useful. Diffusal Blade before Maelstrom, 100% all the way. Diffusal Blade is what makes Riki Riki, and it makes him so annoying. If if you really want to see a Diffusal Blade Riki, just look up YouTube videos of pros playing Riki, and you'll more likely almost always see them build a Diffusal Blade, and then probably after that build a Basher, and then probably after that build some other wacky item. Different items you can go for, but Diffusal Blade is almost always inside of a Riki build. So definitely do a little bit more research on your hero, and then play him. But like I said, you're probably new. From what I was seeing, you're probably new, because you did go, I think you went for Boots first, which, no, you went for Glove of Haste first, and that was a huge issue. That's where the whole argument of Boots first before Glove of Haste, I mean, don't go for Glove of Haste first. 15 attack speed is not a lot, especially considering the fact that your agility, every point in agility you get, increase your attack speed. But hold on, okay, enough of that. I'm spending a little bit too much time giving you pointers and stuff. If you really want hints, you can contact me, and I'll just like give you a list of hints and stuff that could improve your gameplay. I'm not saying that I'll coach you, but if you were interested, I could. Anyway, like I guess I just said it. But anyway, all that aside, talking about other items around the game, not really much to talk about. I mean, Morphling really struggled mid lane versus versus Rubick, and Rubick had a really good game early game, but mid to late game, you didn't really use yourself effectively. Your item choices, Bloodstone is your biggest item. To be honest, as a support Rubick, or even as a carry Rubick, as a mid Rubick, Bloodstone will not be useful unless you have that much gold. There are many more items that make you so significantly more dangerous to everybody. Blink Dagger is one of the biggest ones. If you're playing a mid Rubick and you can get some form of regen, some form of strength, like some form of survivability, and then get a Blink Dagger, then you're pretty much like the go-to guy for killing everything. Case in point. Okay, never mind. I can't think of a case in point. Darn it, it sounded good though. It was just like a good transition. But anyway, what a Blink Dagger allows you to do is it allows you to be out of the way when a big spell happens. Like say it was an Earthshaker on the enemy side, and an Earthshaker throws out a fissure. Then you can just like, okay, Earthshaker threw out a fissure and it just barely misses, so I'm gonna blink in, steal a spell, and then use it on him and his whole entire team, and it can pretty much turn the entire fight. One more popular case where Blink Dagger is so much more effective on Rubick than anything else, or maybe Force Staff is just as effective as well. But one more popular case is with the Tide Hunter. Basically, all Tide Hunter usually wants to do is just use his Ravage and then run away. That's okay. Use his Ravage and then die. That's what Tide Hunter's main goal is, because Tide Hunter's ulti is so freaking good in teamfights, it's not even funny. That giant AoE stun is ridiculous, and it can turn a teamfight like that. So what you can do as a Rubick with a Blink Dagger, what makes it so useful, is that Rubick can stay on the outskirts of a teamfight, and Tide Hunter can jump in, do his Ravage, and say, oh yeah, we stunned everybody, yeah, we're cool. And then Rubick says, okay, you Ravage, okay, I'm gonna blink forward, steal your Ravage, and use it on your team. So you guys are stunned while my team is recovering from their stun, and then after your team recovers from their stun, they just turn around and destroy everybody. So Blink Dagger makes you so much more deadly. Bloodstone increases your survivability, increases your mana regeneration, sure, but I mean, it's a lot of gold. That is pretty much 3,300 gold, if I'm not mistaken, plus Perseverance, whatever that cost is. Wait, no, it's 875 plus 875. Why they give me such hard numbers? It's like 50 gold away from 1,800, so 1,750? 1,750 plus 3,300. Okay, calculator. I think I was on the right track. I'm not too sure. More than likely, my math was almost correct. It usually almost is. Let's see. 875 times 2. Oh yeah, I know how to do math. 1,750 plus 1,000, which is a mana booster, equals plus 1,100, which is the vitality booster, plus 1,200, which is the point booster, and that's 5,050 gold for that. That's a lot of gold for Rubick, and like the returns it gives you is really nothing, because you died pretty darn easily. You had 4 charges when I looked at it at the last time, and that's not a lot of charges. Typically Bloodstone's really good for people like Storm Spirit, because he wants a lot of regen and he usually gets a lot of kills. It's really good for somebody like Death Prophet, because same reason, and also it matches so well with her abilities. She can do massive amounts of damage, and if she does die, then she's able to not stay dead for long. I mean, I can't really think of anything else outside of the fact that it matches so well with her ulti, and it matches so well with the fact that she probably will be getting a lot of kills when she pushes. So Death Prophet is a really good person to have a Bloodstone, but Rubick personally, I'm sorry, not personally, Rubick's not really doesn't really benefit much from a Bloodstone. I honestly will argue that even that Rubick with the Bloodstone would be pretty useless to his team. All he has is more mana regeneration, so he can spam telekinesis all he wants. But telekinesis cooldown is, I don't know how long it is, but let's just assume telekinesis cooldown is like 20 seconds. That's 20 seconds that you're regenerating a lot of mana. Yeah, cool, you're regenerating so much mana, and you're able to telekinesis somebody, but that's not really helping your team out that much. Now, it might be argued that the Bloodstone is for whenever you steal a big ulti that costs a lot of mana. Yeah, sure, okay, cool, you can argue that all you want, but at the end of the day, if you can't get close enough to him to steal that said spell, then it doesn't really matter that you have a crazy amount of magic or mana regeneration. You can have 1,000 mana regeneration, but if you have no big spell like Tidehunter's Ravage or Black Hole from Enigma, then what use are you to your team? So, all I'm saying is instead of going for that Bloodstone, go for a Blink Dagger. Go for a Force Staff. Blink Dagger, Force Staff, Rubick is extremely mobile, and you can jump in and out of those fights. You can jump. So you can save somebody's life. You can blink forward and throw a telekinesis to help kill somebody. You can do so many things with the Blink Dagger, Force Staff, Rubick. A Bloodstone gives you a regen. I mean that's really the end of the point. So don't go for Bloodstone. That's pretty much all I'm saying. Unless you have those other items to help your team out. Now, if you had a Blink Dagger, I could say, okay, yeah, sure, Bloodstone. That was your luxury item. Sure, go ahead, go for it. That was your item to survive. Yeah, it's fine. And also another thing, healing salves. You had 2 healing salves at the end, if I'm not mistaken. You don't need 2 healing salves at the end. I know for a fact that those are not left over from the early game, because 1, that's 2 healing salves instead of just 1, and 2, I did see you with like 1 healing salve for a while, and then you bought another one afterwards. So don't buy healing salves so late into the game, because you don't need them. Especially if you have a soul ring. A soul ring gives you regen, passive regen, and it gives you decent regen. Not excellent regen, but it gives you decent regen. And actually, there was a point in time where you had a soul ring and you also had a perseverance as well, and you had 2 healing salves. And I was really scratching my head, like, why do you have 2 healing salves? That's doing 2 things. One, that's wasting your gold, because that's $100 for 400 regen. When your perseverance and your soul ring will probably regen that up in like 20 seconds. So that's $100 towards 400 regen that you're not going to use. And 2, it's wasting inventory space. I mean, it's not really helping you out at all. Let me go ahead and do Bloodstone. Bloodstone gives you 9 HP regen per second. Actually, no, hold on. I need Perseverance. Nobody has a Perseverance, okay. So I cannot do the exact numbers for Perseverance. Actually, I can. Let's just assume that Lincoln Sphere. Hold on. Okay, let's not assume. Alright, so I can't do the math. Let's just leave it at that. Anyway. So all I'll say is stop buying healing salves after like the 10-minute mark. You don't need healing salves anymore. Buy 1 if your carry gets low, or if you get low and you want to stay in lane, sure, buy 1 and send it to you and have fun with that. Use it instantly and just stay in your lane. You can argue all you want, but I'm just saying, don't buy healing salves so late. Moving on to Huskar. Huskar, your build was all over the place. Dear Jesus, what were you building is a big question. You had yourself 2 Gauntlet of Strengths, a Belt of Strength, and a Glove of Haste after you had Power Treads. My question is, why in the heck did you have those 2 Gauntlet of Strengths if you're not going to build them into anything? Why in the heck do you still have a Glove of Haste and a Belt of Strength if you're not going to, or if you haven't built them into anything? I mean, by the looks of it, your in-build should have been, your in-build should have been probably a Heaven's Halberd, Daedalus, Power Treads, and maybe an Armlet or a Hand of Midas if you were going for either one of those. But the fact of the matter is, you didn't go for either one of those, or any of those, except for you're going for the Desolator. That's what, and Power Treads. You have Power Treads too. But I mean, you didn't have any of those. So really, your build was all over the place. Your build was not really focused on anything. I think there was one point in time where you had a lot of gold, but you didn't do anything with it. And you could have finished our Urn of Shadows if you really wanted to. I mean, nobody on your team had Urn of Shadows, so just go ahead and finish our Urn of Shadows. It gives you nice. It gives you ability to have a nice burst regen. That's really it. So your build's all over the place. I would question what you were building. Actually, no, I questioned what you were building, what you were planning on building. And honestly, I would just say, think about what you're gonna go for before you actually go for it. So that's really all I'd say about that. That and the huge aside of mannerism. Work on your mannerism, man. Stop being a douche in the game. That was a really crappy thing for you to do, to talk so much trash to Riki. And then towards the end, even though you guys were losing, still talk so much trash to Riki. There was no reason for you to even mention to Riki that, hey, Riki, you're bad. I mean, Riki doesn't even know that. Riki probably already knows that. Riki knows, hey, I'm new to this game. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to play with my friend who's obviously Sandcrawler. I mean, they have the same DF. I mean, come on now. It's obvious that they're connected. They have the same relationship, and Riki's probably just playing the game to learn to know what he's doing. And he just so happened to get into the game with you. And to be honest, your play was not impressive at all. So, I mean, you talking so much trash saying, oh, man, you're so bad at this game, blah, 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 why Riki so bad, Riki mega noob. I mean, that's making you look horrible, because not only did you guys lose, but you talked so much trash at the end that you guys should have lost, and you guys did lose. So I'm glad you guys lost. The fact that I am glad that you guys lost the game of Dota is a bad sign. In your defense, it wasn't just you, it was also Shadowfiend and also slightly OD. But, I mean, really, you were the main leader of the whole entire thing. So I have a lot of choice words to say to you, just put it that way. But that's just your mannerism. That can be solved just by conversation on the side. That has nothing to do with your gameplay. As far as your gameplay goes, improvements would be just to watch and see, or sorry, not watch and see. Just think about your build a little bit more before you go in. Like, maybe you're building a Basher, and you got sidetracked and started building yourself a Desolator. I honestly would think a Basher would be a little bit more useful to you than a Desolator, especially considering the fact that things started going downhill a little bit. Then you could have said, okay, I'm going to back up, build my Basher, and then put more Crystals later. So that way you can actually finish something. So that's really all I'd say. As far as improvement goes, just think about your build a little bit more. And also mannerism. Work on your mannerism too, because you looked really bad. Let's put it that way. Moving on to Shadowfiend. Shadowfiend, half of what I said to Huskar applies to you as well. You were talking a little bit trash there. You were just bouncing back and forth with Huskar as well. Don't do that. Try to avoid that. I mean, don't get sucked into the fact that, oh, my teammate's talking trash about this guy, and this guy actually looks like he's a noob. Yeah, we're relating parties, we're on the same team, so we can talk trash about him. I mean, keep it in your own chat. I mean, that's cool and all that you and Huskar feel the same way about the same person, but keep it in your own chat. There's no reason for you guys to go into all chat and say, oh my god, Riki, you're so trash, uninstall the game. I mean, there's no reason for you to do that. If you really feel that bad, or if you really feel Riki's that bad, talk to him on the side. Talk to him outside of the game. Talk to him now. Talk to him now that you guys are not playing the same game together. Say, hey, Riki, I think you're a horrible person. I think you're the worst person ever, and I'm willing to give you some hints as to how you become better. That way you'll be not only getting the feelings off your chest of, hey, Riki, I think you're bad, but you're also getting the feelings off your chest of, hey, Riki, I can help you improve so you can stop being bad and stop having everybody else have bad games versus you. So, I mean, long story short, if you're not going to be constructive with your criticism, don't say anything at all, because you're not doing anything but make yourself look bad, especially when it comes to a replay and everybody gets to see on YouTube how horrible of a person you are. And then not only, it makes it worse on my part, me personally as a caster, because I have to make sure that I say things that would not only defend you, but also let you know that I don't agree with what you were saying or what you guys are doing, because you guys aren't here to defend yourself. So I had to defend yourself, and also I had to be the one to critique you guys as well. So please, like, please don't put so much pressure on me as a caster to make sure I choose my words correctly, because I do have a few choice words to say to both of you guys. But I want to say them because, for the sake of my viewers, that would not be good. I kind of preach mannerism a lot here on my cast and stuff. I do know that, and I'm spending like 30 minutes talking about it, even though I said that would be the last time I talk about last time. But I mean, I really do feel strongly about it. So please, guys, please, for the sake of the Dota 2 community's growth, future growth, especially when it becomes free to play, it's going to be so much worse, because we're going to have more people to deal with and more people that haven't really cared until the point that it became free to play. Please conduct yourself in some form of mannerism, so that way you can actually look good to people, even if they hate your guts. They can say, oh, you know what? Even though I hated that guy so much, he was nice to me. I still hate him though. So I mean, just aim a little bit higher. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, I'll end my cast there because I've lingered way too long. I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. For all those guys who are still listening, thank you guys for still listening to me preach to the pulpit, as I always do. And hope you guys enjoyed the cast. My name is Cool Blue. Hope you guys enjoyed everything. This was, like I said, sent in by the Medusa. Thank you for sending this cast, and I'll see you guys whenever.